All right, guys, so I'm here with Peter Winkler. He's a very, very good friend of mine. We met in LA. He's a ridiculous athlete from Budapest. Is that right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
he's from
right.
Budapest. How long have you been in LA?
It's about a year and a half now.
Right, cool. And Peter is a very, very successful male model. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started modeling probably 12 years ago.
Okay.
I was still at the university, and I was studying electrical engineering, which is a completely different field than
Yeah.
modeling in the whole fashion world. And people find me on the street, so I was like, maybe there is something in it I should try. And after my graduation, I flew to London. I stayed there. I actually stayed there for 6 years.
Wow.
I got my mother agent there. And
What does that mean? What does
mother agent really means that the main management who is taking care of me, placing me all around the world to different agencies.
Right.
To get local agencies here in California or New York City or Australia or Milan, Paris. So
Okay.
these is actually, that's why we call them mother agent, because they are the main management who is taking care of all these
Right.
things.
Okay. Everything else
Yeah.
cool. And you've worked like prolifically. Like this guy, every time I ring him, he's work. It's mental. It's amazing, but he's working. But what one of the reasons why I wanted to interview Peter for the YouTube channel and for you guys, because this episode is actually going to be about audition prep for acting, because this is what we're going to talk about in a minute. Peter has transitioned. He's still modeling like heavily, but he's moving into acting, and people have this misconception that, because he's a good-looking guy, it's just easy for him. He just turns up, walks in a door, and doors open for him. That's
Yes.
delusional. Yeah.
It's like a discrimination, actually, which
Yeah.
I don't like. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, a pretty guy or a handsome guy or a girl, oh, must be silly. Oh, what
Yeah.
is she doing here?
Yeah.
Well, it can happen, but you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean everyone is the same. So
That's it.
they should give us the chance to prove actually that we have, we have something different apart from our appearance and look.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just sometimes tough, but you know what? I gotta tell you guys, I actually don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Whatever happens, they can call me ugly, handsome, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prove them, and I'm gonna actually prove it to myself.
Yeah.
Which is the most important for me. That appearance is just one thing, and you can still dream about something, and you can go for it and do what you really want to do in your life.
But like with the modeling, just because you've been successful at it, it's not just to do. This is what people to do with the fact that he's a very handsome guy. The amount of work that goes into it is ridiculous, and to be in any profession for 12 years or longer, you have to be incredibly hardworking and damn good at what you do to
Yes.
keep getting repeat customers. You have like clients who like the same clients who book
Yes.
you over and over
I have
again.
regular clients,
Yeah.
they booking me, which is great, but it's all about the professionalism. So it's really come down to that. If you work well, if you can keep the client and impress them, do your work, then they're gonna keep using you. That's the secret.
Yeah.
And 12 years is long time. Of course, we all getting rejections in modeling too. But you never can take it personal, because then you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
It's not, I was younger, and of course, many times they turned me down. Again, I don't get that job, and I don't know why. I started analyzing myself.
Yeah.
My ears, maybe my nose, my eyes, my hair is not right, or something is not right why I'm not getting the job. It's actually, I gotta tell you guys, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
This is nothing to do with you. You need a personality. You need to bring yourself there, bring out whatever you have apart from your appearance.
Yeah.
But you can't be perfect for everything.
Yeah.
There is no person in the world who is good for everything.
Yeah.
So you need to understand, it's not actually a rejection. It's just, you're not good for that market, or you're not good for that brand, but you're going to find the way where you can really work and you do your best. And this is actually what I was doing all the time. If I didn't work on one market so well, then I went to another market, and then I tried there, and I built up my connections, I built up my clients, and then I kept them. I work hard, and I try to do what I can, so it's not easy, it's hard work, but
Yeah.
I gotta tell you guys, just keep doing what you're doing.
It's great that you talked about rejections and stuff, because guys, what people don't realize is when they sat there at home watching all these people on TV, is the amount of rejections that all those people you're watching on TV will have gone through. The difference is they just develop a thick skin. They understand it's part of the game, and those rejections, Peter's a perfect example, eventually lead to the successes that they have. You have to, they go hand in hand. It's impossible to go in and book everything, and you've just really got to keep knocking down those doors. So Peter, what was the first job you had? Can you remember? First modeling gig?
Wow. I think I was pretty lucky. I got a great commercial. I was back home in Budapest.
Yeah.
I'm from Hungary, from Budapest. And I was still at the university. And I had these people who find me on the street. You know, I said, okay, I'm going to try. Maybe I go to this modeling agency and let's see what happens. And then I had a little commercial. It was for a cheese. A cheese commercial.
Okay.
And it was really funny because I never thought, you know, I gotta do something like that. And I still remember the story. I was coming out of the university and I just finished my final exams, and I was so happy. And after I went to the park, you know, and having cheese, that's my happiness. Instead of getting drunk, I had cheese. Well, a cheesy commercial, of course, but it was pretty fun, you know, cool. Like to do it. And
how old were you?
I think I was around 19.
19, and that was the first job?
Yeah, the first job, really the first job, like, which I would count as a paid job.
Okay,
that was a job which I did.
So that was your first job. What has been, so far in your career as a model, your most favourite job?
Oh, well, that's a really hard question because I like many jobs for different reasons. So they all in a different category.
Yeah.
You can't really put them, you know, you like sometimes the location, sometimes you like the team, photographer, people who you work with because they can inspire you. They amazing team and you really love them, or you just actually like the picture what you got and it's fantastic, or they capture you in the right moment. So it's really hard to really what's my favorite job. I don't know. I like many jobs for different reasons. Of course, I'm proud of for a couple of great clients who I worked for. I worked with Kate Moss. I worked with Giorgio Armani, Dolce & Gabbana. I did a couple of campaigns here and there, you know, and it was really good. And I'm happy. But I got to tell you guys, it doesn't matter what happened 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
What matters to me, what's happening right now. And I keep pushing that because I just got to carry on and work hard as much as I can, and you know, build up a career.
And that's why you're moving forwards, because you're doing that. You're not like you don't harp on at the past. You acknowledge those successes. You're very happy about them, of course.
Yes.
But you're continually self-improvement. You're always pushing forwards, which is brilliant. Now,
I think it's a key anyway. In any business, people need to realize that they need to push themselves, and they can get really where they want to.
Yeah. And what would you say then, as a model? Have you had any like kind of like a breakthrough role? What would you say was the campaign or the job where you went, oh, actually, do you know what, I'm in there now?
I did not feel particularly that was a breakthrough for me.
Yeah.
But of course I had good jobs, which is, you know, it's nice to have it in your portfolio.
Yeah.
Good reference.
Yeah.
So clients see that and they think, oh, well, he worked for this prestigious client, so we want to book him because of that. Many times it happens in the modeling world, but I never really felt it's like a breakthrough.
Yeah.
I think, again, what I'm saying is you just gotta be, whatever you do, doesn't matter how small the job is or how big it is, you just gotta be professional.
Yeah.
Do your work and carry on, and then it's gonna pay off one day, eventually. I mean, that's what I think, and
it already is.
It's getting there for sure.
So this is what I want to move on to, talking about the acting now. So Peter has, like, for the last 2 years, I'd say, he's decided to step into the world of acting, because it's just sometimes it's a natural progression. If that's what you like to do, you got to move forwards. And like we've already discussed, Peter's the type of guy who will continually try to push himself, trying to improve on his life and acquire more skills. So what Peter's around at my apartment at the moment, because we've just been prepping him. I've been helping him prepare for an audition that he's got coming up. We can't speak about the audition, unfortunately, or name what it's for because of confidentiality and things like that. But what we can talk about is the preparation. Now, people just think, again, going back to, oh, yeah, it's all right for him because look at him, da-da-da-da-da. But let's talk about not just the preparation we've done for this particular audition, all the preparation that's led up to this audition. So, you come to LA, was it 2 years ago?
A year and a half, yeah. I was living in New York, doing more modeling jobs, and I was shooting a lot of commercials before in Europe too, and so I realized I'm much more interested in commercials, film, or like the actual shooting than the stills and and modeling. And I said to myself, if I really want to try and push myself, then I need to come to Los Angeles. And make things happen and work hard. And that's the reason actually why I came here. And then I realized, I'm a foreigner, so I'm from Europe. I have a accent, so I got to work on that.
And how do you work? So this is what we're talking about, preparation. So he's come over, he's been here 18 months, knows that he wants to be an actor, but like so does a billion other people in this town.
Exactly.
So what separates Peter from 90% of those people is what we're going to talk about right now, the preparation. So he's very realistic. He looks in the mirror and goes, well, I want to be an actor. I've got an accent, which is fine for certain roles, but if I want to be versatile, and
absolutely,
I need to work on that.
Yes.
So what have you been doing then? Do you have?
I have a coach. I have a diet teacher basically, and she's super nice. It's really, really tough work. First of all, it's because my mother tongue is not English, right? So when we see actors from Australia, from England, it's slightly easier for them to transfer into or pick up an American accent because their mother tongue is still English.
Yeah, of course.
For us, it's so different because when especially for me, my language is a very particular language. There is no other language in the world which is similar. So it makes it really hard for me to express myself and give those emotions to American people what I actually have, and then I need the language for that, and then your inflection, the words, how you push them, it's so difficult sometimes because it just doesn't come to my mouth. I mean, it's not working. So I need to practice a lot, repeat words, change the vowels, practice. It's basically a lot of work. You can record yourself, listen to yourself every single day, pay attention what you're saying, how you're saying, and then work. What I really say is consistency, which is one of the most important thing here. And it's so hard because, especially for me, why it was really hard because everything that I started and did, I got to the almost to the top really, really fast, or I was able to get to that level pretty easily. And this is one of the hardest thing I ever done actually for me. Every person is an individual, right? But for me, it's really hard because you just forget for 1 second and it doesn't sound anymore how it's supposed to be, and then it's frustration. And it's a really big frustration for me. Okay, I have an audition. I gotta somehow have an American accent, and in the same time, I still wanna give that emotion what I need to in the actual scene and bring it out with my American accent. And then I start thinking about it, and then maybe I'm gonna be frustrated, and then I actually screw my own performance because of that thoughts in my mind. It doesn't sound American. So it's so difficult, and you guys can't do much about this. Just gotta
work hard,
working, just practicing, and
get a good coach.
Get a good coach. Very important. Get a good coach you can work with. Understands, because we are all different. We speaking different languages. So my coach is perfect She totally understands my words, my issues, basically what I have and what I need to change,
what you need to work on.
Work on, and I think it's so.
Yeah.
Again, one thing, voice coach or accent coach or whatever we call it. Then the other thing is, of course, I started going to classes for acting.
Scene study classes,
scene
right?
Study,
yeah.
Scene study. Yeah.
And you've been very consistent.
Reading. Yes. I have every week I'm going to my classes.
Yeah.
We have different scenes. I'm working with different people, mostly Americans.
Which is good for
good for me to listen to them, see how they express themselves. And it's a hard work too. It's very different. You know, you got to learn all those words and sentences in a different language. Then once you learn it, memorize the things, then you gotta bring it out with all the emotions.
That's it.
It's a lot of work, but I really enjoy it, and I think I see progress. And as long as I see that keep me motivated. To move on and carry on and just do my job and practice more, and maybe one day it's gonna really pay off.
It's definitely gonna pay off. Now I want to talk about, we mentioned how difficult it is, and there's a great saying, do what is difficult when it is easy. Now Peter, we've gone over, he's been here 18 months, he got straight into classes, he started practicing his craft from going to dialect coaches consistently, working on his weaknesses, going to acting classes to prepare scenes and work on scenes with other actors, cold reading, audition techniques. All these things have led to this moment right now. Now this audition that we're prepping for right now is your first, we can say it's your first proper audition for a TV show.
I would say so, yeah.
18 months, guys. 18 months of consistency and practice to get his first audition. 18 months of work, so it's not just the 2 weeks or 5 days what he's done to prepare for this particular audition. Preparation is ongoing. Peter's a prime example of that. I'm a prime example of that. We have two very different backgrounds when it comes to acting. I went and trained professionally and formally on a 3-year course, strict course in London. Peter's done it the other way, which many people have done, but he's still gonna be a formally trained actor because he's done 18 months already. And I didn't finish drama college and then stop going to classes and stop working on my craft. I'm working on my craft right now by exploring it, by sharing it with you guys. Whether you're new to the game, stuck in your careers, this is what it's all about. 18 months of hard work, going to all his classes. Now he's got this audition. So he was doing what was difficult when it is easy, because he's prepared for 18 months. Now just imagine if he hadn't done any of that preparation and was just waiting for the phone to ring. All of a sudden it rings, he gets this audition, and he has to not only memorize like a 6-page scene, not only does he have to know his stuff, where he's looking, who he's speaking to, not only does he have to put on an American accent. I mean, you cannot do that in 5 days.
I tell you guys, it's not
possible. You have to do what is difficult when it's
coming from a background like me, it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's a lot of amount of work.
Yeah.
And I still working, and this is one. It's a chance. It's like, let's say, really my proper first audition.
Yeah.
And who knows what's gonna happen there? But at least I feel I did what I could.
Yeah.
I prepared.
Yeah.
I went there, with preparation, which is really important, because we can't just wait and sit at home and see, oh, okay, it's gonna happen. Oh, tomorrow someone is gonna call me. My agent is gonna call me, and then no, it's not working like this. You gotta work a lot, who knows what's gonna happen? But this is just like, really, guys, if you want to make things happen, you need to understand it's always work. It's just not happening without that.
Patience, preparation, consistency.
Yes, absolutely.
Patience, preparation, consistency, and so for this audition in particular, that 18 months of going to classes and all that, what have we focused on particularly here? You've gone and seen your acting coach.
Yeah.
He's prepared the scene with his acting coach, worked on it in class. He's prepared the scene with his accent coach, and he's actually got another session with her tonight before the audition tomorrow. And he's come round because I have a huge experience, and that's what. Don't be afraid to ask people. You know, I've got the experience in this field. I've been on television shows, long-running television shows for 3 to 4 years at a time. So he'd be daft not to come round and go, Stephen, look, I've got this. I know you've done it before. So can you help me out?
You know,
so we've just
guys, sometimes it's just, you know, when you have a little chat with your friend or another actor, it sometimes helps so much because you can share all those informations. You know, they make you feel calm when you go into the audition, and also experience, and plus on the top, you know, someone can see the actual scene maybe from a different perspective, which is really important.
Yes.
Because more information I have, more information I absorb, that's more I can play with and more I can show to these people there in the room. So of course I would be silly not to come here and talk to Steve about this, and then, you know, listen, I have this, what do you think about it, tell me, how would you do, you know, it's amazing. And then it's so good to have people around you who can support you in this way, or just like keep you motivated and focus. I think it's fantastic. So guys, don't be afraid to ask friends, you know, everyone who has any experience in this field, just do it, because you can't lose anything. You're gonna just gain more, get more info.
So anyway, Peter's gonna kick butt tomorrow. No matter what happens, he's gonna kick butt, because I've just worked with him for a good hour on the scene, and it's solid. His preparation's solid. That's what's gonna separate him as well, because the worst thing that's gonna happen for Peter tomorrow in his audition is he's gonna leave and they're gonna go, "There's a professional actor." That's what you want to leave at every single audition. You want to leave that thought in their mind.
Yes.
Good actor. You know, he might not be right for this role.
Absolutely.
But he's a good actor, and we'll keep him in mind. Because honestly, it's so shocking to me still to this day how many actors, or they're not even actors, but they class themselves are underprepared. Better for me, better for Peter. But if you want to play in the big leagues and you want to really have a long-lasting career in anything, not just it, your preparation, those 3 things that I mentioned earlier is absolutely key. And remember, the main thing about preparing for a career in anything, but acting in particular, is do what is difficult when it's easy. So just because the phone isn't ringing and you're not getting any auditions, you should still be working on your craft, because you want to make sure that you are ready like that when that phone rings, like it has just rang. 18 months in the making for Peter, it's rang, and he is ready to make sure that he does the best job in that room. Luck is where opportunity, which is what Peter's got tomorrow, meets preparation.
Exactly.
That's what luck is. You know, you need a little bit of luck, but luck comes when opportunity meets preparation. So do what is difficult when it's easy. Prepare, be consistent, and just never, ever quit. Right, Peter, that was
absolutely,
that was unbelievable.
Never give up.
Yeah. Good luck tomorrow. You're gonna absolutely smash it out of the park. It's an honor to have you on this show.
Thank you guys. It's an honor to be here and share all these little informations. And you know, I wish I had videos like this all the time, and someone is like motivating me just to carry on and understand this business. And like, you know, it's because it's tough. It's really tough.
That's it, and that's why I'm doing this, because no one does this, and you're seeing it from an actor's perspective. If I had this 10 years ago, if someone was making videos like this 10 years ago for me, I'd be in a much better position right now in terms of my career. I'm in very happy with where I'm at, but it's just, I just thought, do you know what? And I love to help people, so I'm gonna have a lot of people, you know, coming in and speaking on these videos. We've got a tentative shoot date now for Abe. Keep following it. We've still got 19 days left to raise the funds to shoot the movie. We've met our minimum target, so now we're going for the stretch goals. So just keep click on the Indiegogo link down below, like and share this video with your friends and family or anyone you think it's going to benefit, and I'll see you on the next one. Next week we'll be talking to Barry Sloan from The Whispers, Longmire, you name it, he's done it, Revenge. He's one of the actors in Abe, and he's going to talk about his experiences transitioning from being a successful British actor into the Hollywood market. It's going to be a really good interview from a completely different perspective. Someone at the beginning of their acting career, coming from a successful modeling career, to someone who's 10, 12 years in and 3 to 4 years consistently worked on big TV shows in America. So thanks a lot, guys. Remember, click the link down below, like and share this video, and I'll see you next week.
See you guys.